electric field intensity inside a non-conducting charged solid sphere, and we have to assume that this solid sphere is made of a dielectric medium. So this is a charged non-conducting solid sphere having a radius capital R, and it is charged with a charge Q. Q is the total charge of the solid sphere. So here, to find field intensity at P1 at a distance small r from its center, this is the distance of the point P1 from the center O. We have to assume a spherical Gaussian surface. This is spherical Gaussian surface. Spherical Gaussian surface of radius r. And this spherical Gaussian surface is a smaller solid sphere of radius small r, and it has a charge q prime. Here q prime be the charge of the smaller sphere of radius r enclosed by the main non-conducting charge sphere of radius capital R. So to find electric field intensity at the point P1, inside the main sphere, the charge q prime, this charge is q prime with respect to the smaller sphere, is assumed to be concentrated at the center O. Though the charge q prime is uniformly distributed over the smaller sphere, we have to assume that the total charge will be concentrated at the center O. Therefore, the electric flux linked with the spherical Gaussian surface S. This is the spherical Gaussian surface S under bracket write S. S of radius r is given by phi e. Electric flux means number of field lines passing through this imaginary spherical surface. So a number of field lines are generated from q prime charge enclosed by this spherical surface. An electric flux phi e will be charge enclosed by this surface divided by epsilon, not epsilon 0. Because inside the solid sphere, inside the solid dielectric sphere, permittivity is epsilon because it has some materials inside the solid sphere, and outside we have the vacuum, so that it is epsilon 0. So, and q prime is the charge of this imaginary sphere, and q is the total charge using Gauss theorem. And if we move to the next page, then what will happen? Integration I ds cos theta is equal to q prime by epsilon 0. So as field intensity vector inside the solid sphere, vector ei is parallel to vector ds, both are acting radially outwards. That's why theta is equal to 0 degree. So cos 0 degree is 1, so close integration ei ds equal to q by epsilon. Where what is epsilon? Epsilon is the permittivity. Epsilon is the permittivity of the material, permittivity of the material of the solid sphere, of the material of the solid sphere. So or comma, we know that field intensity is uniform over the Gaussian surface. That's why field intensity at a point inside the solid sphere is constant. We can bring outside the integration sign, integrate ei integration ds. And q prime is what? Volume charge density into volume of the imaginary Gaussian surface, 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is the distance and r, the distance of the point P1 is less than the radius of the solid sphere, divided by epsilon. If we return to the last page, that means here r is the distance of the point P1 from the center. So what is the volume of this imaginary sphere? 4 by 3 pi small r cube, and capital R is the radius of the total solid sphere. So if we consider this spherical Gaussian surface, and volume of the spherical Gaussian surface is 4 by 3 pi small r cube. And volume charge density is rho and rho. Volume charge density is uniform. So rho is the volume charge density. And what about rho? Rho is the volume charge density. Volume charge density. And close integration ds, that is the area of this Gaussian surface S of radius small r. So area means 4 pi small r square divided by is equal to rho 4 pi small r cube divided by 3 epsilon. So finally we get the expression of field intensity at a point inside a non-conducting charged solid sphere as what we can write, rho small r 4 pi will cancel out divided by 3 epsilon divided by 3 epsilon. Rho small r 4 pi will cancel out. So this is the electric field intensity at a point inside the charged solid sphere. So this is a formula also, we have to memorize this formula. And here we can write field intensity at the point P1, inside a charged solid sphere made of non-conducting medium, charged solid sphere. And it acts in what direction? It acts radially outwards. Radially outwards. Radially outwards. And field intensity, that means inside the charged solid sphere made of non-conducting substance, charged solid sphere of non-conducting material, comma, it is not metal basically, so field intensity is directly proportional to distance. If we increase the distance, field intensity increases. And at the point P2, on the surface of the solid sphere, at the point P2 on the surface of the solid sphere, small r is equal to capital R. So what will be the field intensity? It is denoted by ES, S for surface. In this expression we can put R as capital R. So it should be rho capital R divided by 3 epsilon 0, where epsilon 0 is the permittivity of free space. This is the field intensity. This is the field intensity on the surface. Here we can write field intensity on the surface. Surface of charged solid sphere. Charged solid sphere. Epsilon 0 is the permittivity of free space. That means for the point P1, field intensity will be what? Rho r by 3 epsilon. For the point P2, P2 is on the surface. Surrounding medium is vacuum. That's why expression will be what? Es equal to rho capital R divided by 3 epsilon. But for the point P1, EI is the field intensity having the expression E I as rho small r by 3 epsilon. EI is equal to rho small r by 3 epsilon, but on the surface rho capital R by 3 epsilon 0. Difference is what? Here small r, here capital R, and it is epsilon permittivity of the non-conducting material inside the solid sphere, and epsilon 0 is the permittivity of free space. Capital R is the radius of the solid sphere.